Hi, it's Jason Waters, and welcome to my Mortgage Minute. With us today, we have Stephanie Smith with Connections Realty Group. Welcome, Stephanie.
Welcome. Thank you.
So glad you're on the show. I look forward to getting to know you better and hoping we can show some people some good information today.
Exactly.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. How'd you get into the business?
Actually, believe it or not, 2008, I'm a computer programmer by trade, but I'm a people person.
Sure.
So I needed something else to get my people person aspect out. So I said, you know what? I have a family, my uncle's a broker back in Ohio. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get my license. So I went and got my license and absolutely have been loving it ever since 2008.
That's awesome. What a year to start, 2008. Some economic headwinds there for sure.
But it made me the best agent ever.
Okay.
Because I know how to price a house. I know how, you know what I mean? It just taught me so much in a crazy REO foreclosure market. That was the main thing, what the banks could get for the house, what they could, sell the house for and everything. So did a lot of BPOs back in the day.
I'm sure those were, I learned a lot during that time, but I'm okay not to go back to it.
Yeah.
So let's dive into some questions here. What if I'm a seller selling a house, what's some advice you would give to a seller out there these days?
Okay, now I'm the realtor that gives you straight up good advice, no fluff. Because bottom line, if your house does not sell, it doesn't do you any good or me any good. So I'm giving you real information and letting you make the decision. Every seller in this market, because the resale market, because the supply is low, they are looking for they are expecting multiple bids,
sure,
multiple offers. So you gotta come right. You gotta come with the best offer that's gonna net the seller. Bottom line, it's back in the day, we used to be able to ask the seller to help us with closing costs. Not in this market.
Mm-hmm.
They want everything that they can get, and they can get it because there's so many people after so little houses.
Right. So you would agree that it's a seller's market today?
Definitely a seller's market.
Okay.
They're getting what they want right now.
That's right. Occasionally I do see some files with seller pay closing costs, but they're very rare. And a lot of times, of course, they've raised the price to make that work, and they're still getting what they were planning on. But then I said, just so you know, it might not appraise, right? Because that's probably the biggest problem we have in our business.
Yep. And that's what you have to let them know. I'm working a deal right now, and that's what I was telling her, because she's doing this and she's doing that, making repairs. And I said, well, let's check your repairs against what the other neighbors, what are they doing with their repairs? Sure. And see what they already got, because I don't want to sell you a pipe dream. Yeah. And you're going to get this and replace that. And you get the same thing as them.
Right.
You could have kept your money.
Not done it. Exactly.
Exactly.
And not have the heartache of trying to renovate your house that you're living in.
Exactly. That you're living in. Correct.
Yeah. I just went through that myself. It's not that fun.
Yeah.
All right. So what about buyers? So in this market that's really built for sellers, what do you tell a buyer these days? How do you structure an offer?
The funny thing with buyers, okay, like I said, they have to prepare a good offer, which that's my area to help them do the best offer that they can do to have the best chance. As a buyer, I let them know going in. I don't know what everybody's telling you, but in this market, in the resale market, it takes money to win the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever can close the fastest, whoever has a good lender. Like sometimes, there's a lender called ABC Lender. It depends on the seller. If they have not heard of ABC Lender, that may X you out unless you win in other areas.
Yeah.
Lower due diligence. Instead of 10, maybe 5 days due diligence. They want to see how you're going to hold them up or not hold them up, so we can go ahead, get the deal done, and get closed.
Yep. Yeah, I think I can speak to it from the lender standpoint. I'm always moving people along saying, I don't want to just do a pre-qualification. You need to be pre-approved. I need all of your documents up front because the buyer, and if I can approve you without you having to sell your home, we need to try to do that, even if that's not what you do. Every single thing we can possibly do to make you look as good as possible, right?
Exactly.
All the agents I work with.
It's because of the multiple offers. I mean, exactly. So me sitting down with my seller, that's what we're looking at. When can they close? How many days due diligence? I mean, that, how long is the financing contingency? That's what we're looking at. And if you've done the pre-approval, like what you're saying, you should be able to have a shorter financing contingency.
Exactly.
It depends on the lender.
Exactly. Yeah. Shorten the financing contingency is I mean, that's something I'm trying to do every single day, because it does help them win it. And then something else I do is I make sure all the purchases, everybody I've pre-qualified, that the agent, that when you submit that offer, and send them my name, send them my cell phone number, and tell that other agent, please reach out to Jason. He can, for what I can share, I will share what, how qualified they are.
And it makes everybody have the warm fuzzy. I was like, okay, this guy is coming with the information, this buyer, and they're putting everything on the table.
Yep.
And sometimes, we call it writing the seller a little love letter, just telling them a little something about ourselves as the buyer. I'm an owner occupant. I plan on staying in your home. I plan on raising my family in your home. Yeah, these things are just that nice little touch.
Do all of it. That's right. That's right. So speaking of buying and selling, so think about construction. So I see a lot of folks want to buy a home that they have to work on. Some folks want to have a home that's already renovated. Some folks want new construction. So can you kind of shed some light on buying?
Well, that's actually the first question that I ask my buyers. What are you thinking? How are we going? Are you okay with waiting to build? Some people just cannot wait. No, I got to be in a house in 60 days. Okay, well, again, you got to be in a house in 60 days, but in this market with fewer homes, it may take us 60 days to win the deal.
Mm-hmm.
You could have had a new home in 90 days.
Right.
So, I'm about giving all the information up front to really navigate which way they want to go, because a lot of people, they fall in love with the house and then we don't win the bid.
Right.
So then we find another house and then we don't win the bid. This is reality. This is reality. Everybody is going for the same one or two house. Okay. Mm-hmm. So it's easier, in my opinion, if you can afford new construction, if we can find you something in your price point and you can wait, because you don't have to deal with the multiple offers. Yeah. However, there is really very few little standing inventory in the new construction market.
Right.
So it depends on how much time you have. A lot of people too don't believe in the newer homes. They say they're not built like the older homes, but then all of the older homes are 20 years old on the market.
Right.
Right. So again, giving all the information, do you want a headache? Are you going to get a home warranty? Are you safe with a home warranty? You're going to start having issues with your windows, these things. And if they're a new buyer, if they've never had a home before, I would not typically send them that direction. I would typically try to shift them in new construction. Just giving them a better chance to catch up, see how to pay for everything and all of that, because they're new, probably starting their family and all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's some older homes that aren't built well too. I hear that all the time, and I'm thinking, well, I used to live in an older home that wasn't built very, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. It depends on what everyone's different. Every home's different. So,
yeah.
All right,
but I really do tailor it to who I'm dealing with. I give them, I just give them all the information and let them decide. Yeah. I'm not an agent or realtor that's going to rush you through anything. Mm-hmm. This is a big decision. You know what I mean? I want you to be happy. I do not want you to buy something that I like. I want you to buy something that just totally changes your life and feel when you walk through the door. Right. That's the house for you.
Right.
I'm not trying to just say, let's get this one. You're going to write a deal? It has to feel right, be right for you.
No, you're right. You're going to live there. It needs to be right. And, about new construction, I guess, does it cost a lot more for new construction? I mean, how does that work?
Well, see, to me, it's less money down with new construction. Because like I said, with the resale, you're paying all seller closing costs. Mm-hmm. So you're paying your down payment to get your loan, and then you're also paying all closing. Whereas new construction, they do help you with the closing costs.
Right. So that's helpful.
Yeah.
And then you're not going to spend any much money on maintenance like you as much, at least initially. You will at some
Exactly.
point.
A lot of the homes, the resales have been renovated. So you are still getting a new home feel with the resales.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anything else you'd like to share with folks out there?
Be patient. Don't be all stressed out. You know, let it be a fun process. It should be fun.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why I just take all the pressure off. It's not about the paycheck. It's about finding you the home that you want.
Right. Perfect.
And then we both win.
Yeah, that's the goal. Everybody wins.
Not for everybody though. That's how I do. I said not for everybody though. That's how I do business, because I know I don't just want to sell you a home. I want you to bring your sister, your cousin, your aunt. You know, it's a whole relationship thing.
Exactly.
So take time and do right by you, and you'll send me everybody you know.
Yeah, I got a philosophy that is, the goal is not really to close a transaction. The goal is that you like your experience, that you're going to refer someone.
Exactly.
Right? And
what I mean. Yeah.
If we haven't done that, then we've done something wrong.
Exactly.
Anybody can close a transaction. I mean,
exactly.
Great.
Absolutely.
Well, it was great talking to you, Stephanie. How can someone get in touch with you?
Absolutely. Again, Stephanie, and I use my middle initial because, you know, Smith is so common. So Stephanie Rochelle Smith. I'm with Connections Realty Group. I can be reached at 678-435-2701.
Okay, great.
Text me any questions. You know, let's just build a relationship and let's get it done.
Perfect. Well, so hope everyone has enjoyed getting to know Stephanie today. As always, you can reach me on my website at watersteam.co and learn about me and my team and what makes us special, different, and better. And you can always call me at 404-403-8787. So until next time, this was today's Mortgage Minute.